58. This is WNYG Babylon, your community-minded station.
The following half-hour programming is brought to you by Universal Energy Hobby Outlet and Beeper Headquarters of Deer Park, as well as Panasonic Paging Equipment.
Do you lack the energy needed to get up, get out, and have a good time? Then get over to Universal Energy at 130C East Jefferson Boulevard in Deer Park. Universal Energy can energize you with all your hobby needs, including radio-controlled airplanes, cars, trucks, and boats, and a full line of rechargeable battery packs in stock. Need a custom rechargeable battery pack? It's no problem. Universal Energy is the place for custom rechargeable battery packs made to order. Universal Energy Hobby Outlet is also your beeper headquarters. Come into Universal Energy for pagers, beepers, accessories, and more. Universal Energy Hobby Outlet and beeper headquarters, 130C East Jefferson Boulevard in Deer Park. Now, get up, get out, and have a great time at Universal Energy. Once you come in, you won't want to leave. If you can't get out, they can deliver a beeper to you. Visa and MasterCard are accepted. Just call 586-9584, 586-9584.
Check it out right now. First 10 callers here at WNYG 661-1440 will get free a beach headrest at 661-1440. First 10 callers now.
Good afternoon. Today we're here at WNYG, and we have Mr. Burns that just bought a beeper from Universal Energy. And we're going to talk a little bit about beepers today and see the need and the use for them. We have Mr. Burns in here because he has a couple of stories to tell of how his life has been changed by having a pager, and how yours may be. Good afternoon, Mr. Burns.
Good afternoon, Frank.
Let me ask you something. You came in about 3 weeks ago to Universal Energy, and you said, I seen you sign out on the road. Why would I need a pager? And also, you asked me, is it true that only drug addicts have pagers? And what did I tell you?
You told me no, that wasn't the case.
And anybody out there that could possibly think that it's only drug addicts, that it's pretty far from the cause. There are many people who need beepers.
Well,
Children. Yes, go ahead.
I'll tell you, Frank, you look around now, everybody, just about everybody has a beeper. And, not only drug dealers, but, women, men, everybody.
That's correct. And the reason for this is to be in touch, not to miss a phone call. No matter where you go, you're in touch with your loved ones and your business. I know there was an incident there you were telling me about, John, about when you were at the beach. And it was quite important, especially at this time of the year, that, and I know we're hitting the beach crowds out there in Jones Beach and over in the Babylon beaches. So maybe you want to just tell us a little bit about how this beeper changed your life. So tell us how it would change a beachgoer's life.
Well, I'll tell you, Frank, I love going to the beach. As a matter of fact, I wish I was out there with everybody right now. But unfortunately, I'm in here with you. But what happened was I play on a lot of softball teams. And this one particular team, when we used to have games at 5 o'clock. So I went down to the beach. Here it is, 11 o'clock in the morning. I'm down at the beach, getting the sun, and the beeper goes off. And I know it was one of the guys from the team. So I went, I made the call, and the game was changed to 1 o'clock. So I left the beach, I went there, and we played the game, and we won. But the important thing is, if they hadn't gotten in touch with me, we wouldn't have enough men to play.
Excuse me 1 minute, John. I'm not a beachgoer, but when you did get beeped on the beach, was there a phone somewhere that you could have called?
Oh, yeah, there was a phone right on the boardwalk.
Oh, okay. Very good.
But what the thing is if I didn't have the beeper, then no one would have been able to get in touch with me. I would have went to the park at 5 o'clock, and I would have been sitting there by myself.
Yeah, that's, well, again, now, as we hit the beach crowds out there, and we really don't want to make this boring, but think about what you could, how many times you're out there on the beach, and you're thinking about what's going on at home, or am I missing a call, and you have to get home for it. Well, Universal Energy could put you in touch. We have the beepers and the pages necessary to put you in touch back with the people back out there where you don't want to be. I know John would rather be on the beach, but he came in today to to let us interview him, and we do really appreciate it.
Frank, I can't tell you how many times when I came home from the beach at 4 or 5 o'clock, and there's 3 or 4 messages on my answering machine. The people that I had to get in touch with that I couldn't. You know, they had to get in touch with me, and I wasn't home. And I'm not going to sit down and be tied down waiting for a phone call all day long. With this beeper, I can go out and I can do whatever I want, go wherever I want. And all I have to do is beep me, and they're in touch with me whenever they want to be.
Very good. Okay, we're going to just go out to a commercial now, and we'll be back with you in just a minute.
Do you lack the energy needed to get up, get out, and have a good time? Then get over to Universal Energy at 130C East Jeffrey Boulevard in Deer Park. Universal Energy can energize you with all your hobby needs, including radio-controlled airplanes, cars, trucks, and boats, and a full line of rechargeable battery packs in stock. Need a custom rechargeable battery pack? It's no problem. Universal Energy is the place for custom rechargeable battery packs made to order. Universal Energy Hobby Outlet is also your beeper headquarters. Come into Universal Energy for pagers, beepers, accessories, and more. Universal Energy Hobby Outlet and beeper headquarters, 130C East Jeffrey Boulevard in Deer Park. Now, get up, get out, and have a great time at Universal Energy. Once you come in, you won't want to leave. If you can't get out, they can deliver a beeper to you. Visa and MasterCard are accepted. Just call 586-9584, 586-9584.
WNYG 1440. Call this number now, 661-1440. Get yourself an opportunity to win a free beach headrest courtesy of Universal Energy and Panasonic paging equipment. Right now, back to the show.
Hey, welcome back. We're at WNYG here in Babylon, and we're taping this show for the people just to let them know about paging systems and beepers and how what the need is today on them. And we're here with Mr. John Burns, and he was just giving us some reasons why we should have one and some of the good things about them. John, let me ask you a question. Your beeper, I know your friends have them. Do you find anything different between your friends and yours?
Well, that's a question I wanted to ask you, Frank. I seem to get my pages through a lot quicker than some of my other friends who have beepers. I was wondering, why is that?
Well, it may have a lot to do with our system. We use radio call system. This system has been in effect, and it's been around for a long, long time. They innovated paging systems. They're located over in Melville, and we use we buy airtime from them wholesale, and then we retail it out. And radio call happens to be probably one of the biggest Long Island companies that are out here, and we use them exclusively here for the Long Island, New York area. They have tri-state coverage. You could get paging service from as far down as Atlantic City, up to the lower part of Connecticut, out to Montauk Point, and myself, I've been out to Block Island with my airplane, and I've got beeped out as far as Block Island, which is very good coverage.
Yeah, I remember one time when I was down in Atlantic City, and I had the Panasonic synthesizer 2 weeks ago, and I got beeped there.
Yeah, well, our Panasonic equipment is probably one of the best equipment out there today. There are other ones on the market, and they may be popular, but our Panasonic equipment, to my estimation, is probably the best ones out there. They beep louder, and maybe, John, maybe you could show us with your beeper on just how loud it beeps. And the vibrator is excellent. Yeah, and that's on vibrate, right, John?
Right.
Now, let's put it on beep and see. It's quite loud, it's quite piercing, and like everyone has to know, these things could be changed. The tone could be changed to a chirp. There's so many things that could be done with them. Did you have any more questions, John, maybe about how, why it works, or your phone number? Are you satisfied with the phone number you have?
Well, I have 2 numbers. I have a 516 number and I have a 718 number.
Okay, let me just highlight a little bit that we could give you 2 numbers. We could give you 3 numbers. The biggest thing is this: it costs $3 per number, and somebody says to us, "Hey, I have a phone, and my phone costs a minimum of $20 to have a phone number. And how could you give me one for $3, a separate number? Well, the way the numbers are given is that it's for your convenience. If you have relatives in 718 and you live in 516, for $3 a month you may want another number. Only for the fact is that your relatives or the people you do business with are in 718, and they would have to dial a toll call to beep you, which could be as much as 60 cents if you're outside in the payphone.
Yeah, but like most people, I work in Brooklyn and I live in Long Island. I know a lot of people work in Manhattan.
Where do you work, John?
I work for Brooklyn Union Gas.
Oh,
yeah,
yes.
over in Greenpoint.
Yes. Okay, now let's just take it down. You have a 718 and a 516 number. I'm sure your relatives where you live in 516 would beep you with the 516 number. Then, while you're home, if some of your friends in the 718 that live out in Brooklyn there where you work want to beep you, it would only be a 25-cent call, where it may be a 60-cent call if they only had the 516. And it's only $3 more a month per number. It's certainly a bargain.
No, I tell you, it's great, because now when I give somebody my beeper number, I don't have to give them 516 and then the number, or 718 the number. I just write the number down.
Right.
I don't have to worry about forgetting to write the area code or anything like that. And they don't have to be bothered with it.
Panasonic is one of our leading beepers that we sell in at Universal Energy. We try to keep up with our reputation. We are a hobby outlet where you can get radio-controlled airplanes, boats, planes, but and a full line of battery packs. This is something that if you do ever come in, or you need batteries for any type of communication systems or VCRs, please don't hesitate to give us a call. We're going to go to our commercial right now, and we will be back in 1 minute. And for our close of this program, we'll be back with you in 1 minute.
Do you lack the energy needed to get up, get out, and have a good time? Then get over to Universal Energy at 130C East Jeffrin Boulevard in Deer Park. Universal Energy can energize you with all your hobby needs, including radio-controlled airplanes, cars, trucks, and boats, and a full line of rechargeable battery packs in stock. Need a custom rechargeable battery pack? It's no problem. Universal Energy is the place for custom rechargeable battery packs made to order. Universal Energy Hobby Outlet is also your beeper headquarters. Come into Universal Energy for pagers, beepers, accessories, and more. Universal Energy Hobby Outlet and beeper headquarters, 130C East Jeffrin Boulevard in Deer Park. Now, get up, get out, and have a great time at Universal Energy. Once you come in, you won't want to leave. If you can't get out, they can deliver a beeper to you. Visa and MasterCard are accepted. Just call 586-9584, 586-9584.
1440 WNYG. Be a call right now at 661-1440. Get an opportunity to win a free headrest courtesy of Universal Energy. Right now, back to the show.
Welcome back. We're at WNYG Radio at Babylon, and we'd like you to know that this segment is sponsored by Panasonic Paging Equipment, one of the best in the industry today. We have Mr. Burns with us today, telling us how pages changed his life. John, let me ask you something. Is there anything else about pages that you would like to know?
Well, one thing is I notice a lot more people walking around with, instead of the black case, they have a fluorescent case on their beeper. Does Universal Energy carry them?
Yes, it happens to be we have a whole line of fluorescent cases. The most popular ones are fluorescent orange, green, and the clear ones. And basically there are blue and red, and there's a whole bunch of other colors that we do stock. And for about $15, anyone can get their beeper changed over to a fluorescent case.
Well, because the fluorescent cases, they look a lot better than the beep makes it look smaller and doesn't stick out like crazy.
Well, again, it has nothing to do with the operation of it. It's just how you would like it to look. And we also have chains and leather cases for them.
Oh, so it doesn't do anything to affect how the beep goes off. We'll still get the beeps right away, like we always do.
You'll still get the beeps in the same amount of time. And again, I have to add that Radio Call is who we buy airtime from, and these are one of the top people in Long Island. And they have antenna sites throughout Long Island and Connecticut. And it has nothing to do with it. You will get a beep no matter where you are, and even in some hospitals where some companies just can't penetrate.
Well, let me ask, is it a big, long, drawn-out process to change over, or can I just walk into Universal Energy and walk out with a fluorescent case?
Not only can you walk in and walk out with a fluorescent case, but if anyone has a beeper of anybody's name, no matter whose it is, we can change the frequency over to our Radio Call system. It's a nominal charge, but sometimes it's worth just the convenience and the extra speed that you receive your pages at.
Now, what would happen when my pager goes off? It'll still beep and it'll still vibrate, won't it?
Yeah, nothing will change when you change the case. It has nothing to do at all with the case. The case is just the outside shell of the electronic unit. Maybe you would be interested in how the unit works. Some people say, I dial a number and after I hear a tone, I put in my telephone number. How does it get to my friend's beeper and read out a number? It's so amazing. 15 years ago, it probably would have been almost unheard of.
It was unheard of.
Well, just to give you some highlights and not to bore any of you, but there may be some people in the audience that would technically like to know, and I'll just briefly try to go through it with you. When you dial the number, it goes into a computer at the World Trade Center. At that point, it will that same number is attached to a cap code that is programmed into the individual's beeper. When that number is dialed, it accesses the cap code, which is a 6 or 7 digit number, and then when it is transmitted over the airwaves, the beeper will see its cap code, receive it, open up for the next 7 to 10 digits that will come in after it. That is the phone number. More or less, your beeper sleeps unless the cap code is transmitted. We have transmissions all day long on the frequency that your beep is on, but unless the cap code of that beeper that's programmed is right after the page, it will not open up for any kind of numbers after it. So as soon as your beeper receives the cap code that's programmed into it, the next digit's coming over it, which is the phone number that whoever is beeping you wants you to call back. It opens up, receives the numbers, beeps, and then displays the numbers.
So the cap code I have on my beeper is my personal cap code. Nobody else has it.
Also, your phone number is personal. That's a personal number you get. That is connected to the cap code. When your party dials the number, when they dial the number, it will team up with the cap code in the computer, and then when it sends out to your beeper opens up to anything after that, which is the numbers that are the phone that you're supposed to dial back, and that's how you get your beep.
Oh, so nobody else can get
no one else will get your beep unless you have. We do have party beeping. In other words, we could make two beepers beep at the same time. That is also available for a small charge.
Oh, that's great, because I know my girlfriend has a beeper also, and we would like to get a link up of the two of them.
Yes, that's possible. Also, may I add, Universal Energy recommends that if someone doesn't want to talk to anyone, or people that might want to call you and you may not want to talk to them, is that you assign them a number. You keep a book. You give your girlfriend, let's say 001, and when she puts her number in it wherever she may be, she after the phone number she just inserts 001, so you know it's your girlfriend. If it's somebody other friend, you give him 002, 003, and you keep a log, a record, a little book. And when you get a beep, it'll tell you a number, and then after that there's a 3-digit number. and you could tell exactly who it is before you even call them back.
Yeah, the good part about that is if it's someone you don't want to talk to.
Exactly.
When they call up, you give them a certain number, say 005. And you can see the beep, you see it's them, and you just don't call them back. Whereas if you're sitting at home on the phone, you pick up the phone, you say hello, and you're stuck. You're stuck talking to whoever
Exactly.
it is.
There's a number of things that could be done with codes and everything, and there are people who use it. Well, to bring the show to an end, I'd like to thank John for being with us today at WNYG, and we hope that in the future we will see some people down at Universal Energy to answer any questions they may have. You can call us at 516-586-9584. We're open from 12 to 8 in the evening, and we're closed on Tuesday, and 12 to 5 on a Saturday. I have to just add that if anyone cannot get out to get a beeper, we will deliver one to you. Give us a call at 516-586-9584, or if you have to fax us anything, it's 516-242-8814. And we're there to help you with any of your paging needs, or we have radio-controlled airplanes, boats, and cars, and all the accessories to go with them. Come down to Universal Energy. It's a hobby outlet over in Deer Park, 130C East Jefferson Boulevard. And I'd like to thank everyone, and I'd like everyone to have a nice weekend. Thank you.
Rider, go see what you has done.